What's up, everybody? I am back. It's almost Super Bowl time. That's what. Obviously, you can guess what this episode's going to be about. It's going to be about the Super Bowl, Super Bowl 55. And as always, I'm your host, Spencer Fannin. Thank you for watching this episode of The Breakdown. It's the big one. We hoped that it was going to be. I mean, last week or 2 weeks ago, I should say, when I made my predictions, I got one right. Didn't get picked the Chiefs. Didn't get Green Bay. Got Tampa Bay won. Good for them. But kind of stuck in a hard place because it was like I'm a Bears fan. So do I want Aaron Rodgers and the Packers to win? Not really, but I thought they were going to because I thought they're just a better team than the the Tampa Bay Bucks. But I guess that's me picking against Tom Brady, and I shouldn't. But we'll see. So it's just like the last couple weeks with the picks. I'll break down the game, give you a couple stats, gambling stuff, basic gambling stuff, and then give you my pick at the end of the episode. So we'll jump right into it. Early on, we'll do the basic gambling and the weather stuff. So right now, as of the filming of this video, which is about 2:45 Saturday afternoon, not Sunday, because Sunday would be like 2 hours before the game time. Saturday afternoon, February 6th, the spread is Kansas City favored by 3. It's been fluctuating between 3 and 3.5. I've seen, at least I think at the very start, it was 3.5 when the game first was finalized 2 Sundays ago. But I guess it's people have just been picking at least a little bit more on Tampa Bay side. But the weather is going to be 73, and there's a decent chance of rain, so that's going to be interesting. So it could be a lot like actually the Bears-Colts Super Bowl in Miami back in 2006, 2007, when it was really rainy and stuff like that. The over-under is 56. That's pretty much stayed the same. I think it was like 55.5 or 57, somewhere in that range, so it's been right about there. Both the championship games, the AFC and NFC championship, were right around there. I think I have them. I have the notes right here. I mean the AFC championship game was 54.5, and the NFC was 52. So this is 3 points higher, roughly, than the other ones, 1.5 to 4 points actually. So you got two very high powered offenses. Tampa Bay averages just under 31 points a game. Kansas City just under 30. The defenses give up just over 20 points a game. Tampa Bay a little bit more at 23. The Chiefs at just under 21 points a game. So very similar like numbers wise there. The Chiefs offense obviously is number one in the league. You got Patrick Mahomes, you got all those weapons. They averaged 425 yards a game, 312 of that in the air, 112 and some change on the ground. The Bucks just under 300 yards a game in the air and just under 95 yards a game on the ground. They were right at 393, 395 in that range for total yardage. So these offenses, they're high powered. They're two of the highest powered offenses in the game, and obviously that's what this game has come to. It's an offense league now. It's pass the ball, score points, and all that. And don't worry about the defense. I mean, you have a decent enough defense, you'll be okay if you have a great offense. Defensively, both the teams give up a lot of yards. They both actually give up 366 yards a game, and the difference comes from the passing offense and the rushing offense yards allowed. Tampa Bay gives up 280 yards in the air and only 85 on the ground. The Chiefs give up 245 in the air, but 120 on the ground. So there might be a little bit of the distinction in Tampa. Tampa Bay has some injuries, at least in their playoff games. They've had some injuries in their secondary. Antonio Winfield Jr. was out. They lost another, I think, safety and stuff. They were playing down a couple guys in the secondary against Green Bay. But they still their defensive line was just so good. I think the numbers that I saw was of the 30 or 33 dropbacks that Aaron Rodgers had, he was pressured on, I believe, like 11 or 12 of them, so essentially a third of the time. So I mean, if Tampa Bay can do that again, they get a real good shot. The Chiefs are getting back their one of their safeties this week. I believe he was on. I don't think he was on the COVID list. I think it was just an injury. He was questionable for the title game, and then has recovered enough. But the Chiefs are going to be down their two top tackles in Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz. I mean, those are two All-Pro level tackles, and you're going up against a defensive line for Tampa Bay with Shaq Barrett, Jason Pierre, just JPP, Ndamukong Suh, Vita Vea. They've, along with Devin White and the linebacking core, they've got a stacked pass rush. The Tampa Bay Bucs. So that's my main key. That is the number one key for this game. Can Kansas City protect Patrick Mahomes enough to get the ball to his playmakers? Because if they can do that, they've got a very good shot at winning. But with those two offensive tackles out, oh boy, it's going to be interesting. I mean, again, you give Andy Reid a ton of credit. He's one of the best schematic people in the game. He knows how to get people open. He's got the weapons, obviously, on his team. With Sammy Watkins, looks like he'll be back, so that gives another weapon for Patrick Mahomes. He already got Travis Kelce. He's already got Tyreek Hill. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is back. McCole Hardman, obviously there. I mean, they've got a ton of weapons. So it's going to be really interesting if the offensive line of the Chiefs can hold up enough to give Patrick Mahomes time to get it to his receivers and tight end and all that. I don't know if it's going to be time, but I think that Andy Reid, you're giving him 2 weeks to come up with this. He's going to have a scheme ready to go. And it's going to be a fun matchup to look at. Eric Bieniemy, who should have gotten a head coach job interview. I love him for the Bears. I know they chose poorly getting Matt Nagy with the Bears, but I'd love to get Bieniemy and stuff and do a do-over there. But Todd Bowles, the defensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Bucs against Andy Reid and Bieniemy, that's a fascinating matchup, and it's going to be really interesting because Tampa Bay's defense is they've going in and they've played three. They've played 19 games. I think that they've taken the ball away multiple times in 12 of those games. So they are an opportunistic defense. They take the ball away, and they've got a really good pass rush. That's going to be That's going to be their key. If they can get home with 4 consistently against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, they're going to have a very good shot at winning. Now, on the same side, can the Chiefs get pressure on Tom Brady? Because against the Packers, he struggled. He threw 3 interceptions when he had pressure in his face from the Smith brothers and the other guys that the defensive coordinator for the Packers, who's not coming back now. I think Petrone brought on him in the NFC title game. So it's going to be can they do that? Can Jim Schwartz, I believe, is the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs. He was I believe the defensive coordinator for the Giants the last time, or when the Giants beat the Patriots the 2 times in the Super Bowl with those NASCAR and heavy pass rush packages against Tom Brady. So he knows how to do it. Does he have the body? Does he have the scheme and the bodies to do it? That's going to be the key. It's going to be a really fun game to watch. I can't wait to watch it tomorrow. Again, the filming of this video is Saturday afternoon. It's going to be a lot of fun. I guess we'll jump right into the picks and stuff. I'm taking the Chiefs straight up. I'm not the line. So if I just think the Chiefs will win, I'm taking the under. I would take the under. It's 56. Last year the total was 50. Ended up being 51. It was 31-20. I think this is going to be I think it's going to be close to the over, but I'm taking to the line, I should say. I'm taking the under because I just think that the defenses with these 2 weeks and also with the weather, I think these defenses and the running games are going to be the real more important things than everything else. So I think I think you might want to lay the under on this game. MVP. I chose Mahomes last year. I'm going to go Travis Kelce. I think Kelce's going to have a big game. I could see him like another 10 catches, 90 to 110 yards, and like a touchdown, maybe two, and stuff. Especially when they get in the red zone. So I'm gonna go with Kelsey as the MVP. If you're gonna put any, I don't know what the odds are for that. He's probably pretty high up there behind Brady, Mahomes, and stuff. He might even be like fourth or fifth rated odds, but there it is. I mean, I'm taking Kelsey as my pick for MVP. But there you go. That's the breakdown of the Super Bowl 55. I've got Chiefs winning. I'm taking the under, and I got Travis Kelce as the MVP. So there you go. Again, fair warning. If you take my picks and they're wrong, it's not my fault. It's yours. You took them. That's your prerogative. But until next time, once again, I'm Spencer Fannin signing off for the breakdown. Thank you. Everybody stay safe. It is, oh God, is it cold right here now in Chicago. And it's still snowing. It started snowing again. I wish I was down in Florida, honestly. Oh yeah, I actually forgot. Great job by the NFL. There's going to be fans in the stands. And the majority of those fans, at least over 7,500 of them, will all be healthcare workers who have been vaccinated against COVID-19. Majority of them are coming from the Tampa Bay area, and then also the NFL has given 4 all expense paid vouchers for each team to give to worthy healthcare workers in their city. So like 4 from Chicago, 4 from Green Bay, 4 from San Francisco, all that. Like there you go. I mean, it's a great thing that the NFL is doing. Kudos to them and Roger Goodell and all that, but it's there's going to be fans in the stands, which is great. You're starting to see fans more come back and stuff. So hopefully we've come around on this. I think this past week was the first week it was 10 times as many vaccination shots were given as new COVID cases were reported. So that in the United States, so that is fantastic. We are starting to see a dip in numbers of cases, hospitalizations, and all that. So, but we still have to be vigilant with this. Wear a mask, stay socially distant, wash face, hands, all that stuff. We're almost there. Hopefully, by start of baseball season in a month or two, we'll really have this under control. So, but everybody stay safe, stay healthy. Enjoy the game tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, quickly taking the Chiefs, taking the under, and Travis Kelce in my MVP. Till next time, this is Spencer Fannin signing off. See ya.